Yan, magandang araw sa ating lahat. Muli na naman nagbabalik yung lingkod, Ron De News TV. Bago tayo patuloy sa ating napakainit na topic, sobrang init mga kababayan, dahil sa sagutan sa pagitan ng mga congressman at kay Congressman Marcolita. Magpapasalamat lang muna ako sa aking mga viewers, sa aking mga subscribers na patuloy pa rin sumusuporta sa ating YouTube channel. Maraming salamat sa inyong patuloy na suporta. At sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, sana po pasubscribe ng aking YouTube channel, Ron De News TV. Yun ang tuloy na tayo kagad sa ating topic. Ito yung sagutan sa pagitan ng mga congressman laban kay Congressman Marcolita. Grabe talaga, humahanga talaga ako kay Congressman Marcolita mga kababayan. Panis ang mga congressman, walang binatbat. Lalong-lalo na itong NPA na ito, itong convicted criminal na ito, na si Franz Castro. Namutla mga kababayan, nagtago, hindi niya masagot-sagot yung mga tanong ni Congressman Marcolita. At itong chairman ng committee na ito, itong sitsuwa na insik na ito, walang binatbat mga kababayan kay Congressman Marcolita. Pinamukha lang ni Congressman Marcolita na wala talagang alam itong mga congressman na ito, kung hindi mangungurakot lang o nangungurakot lang sa kaban ng ating bayan. Si Congressman Paduano nagsalita na naman. Pag galit pa, tutusukin ko yung mata mo talaga. Grabe talaga, ang yabang mo talaga. Itong si Mang Kanor, pahagis-hagis pa ng bullpen si Mang Kanor. Hindi niya matanggap yung mga sinasabi ni Congressman Marcolita. Hindi nila kayang pigilan si Congressman Marcolita kasi si Congressman Marcolita ay nasa tama mga kababayan. Ito mga kababayan, dito na natin makikita yung mga congressman na talagang gustong maglingkod sa ating bayan. Makikita din natin dito yung mga congressman na yung habol nila, gusto lang nilang magpapapugi sa taong bayan. Sobra-sobra mga kababayan itong mga hinayupak na mga congressman na ito. Kung akala nila kung makapag-asta sila dyan sa kongreso, wala naman palang binatbat kay Congressman Marcolita. Kaya galit na galit sila Galit na galit. Gusto nilang pigilan itong si Congressman Marcolita na magsalita. Ayaw nilang pagsalitain itong si Congressman Marcolita mga kababayan dahil tinatamaan po sila. Talagang na-real talk sila ni Congressman Marcolita. Yung pagtanggal pa nga kay Congressman Marcolita sa lahat ng committee na kinabibilangan ni Congressman Marcolita, hindi masagot ni Chua. Si Akop, wala rin kwintang congressman na ito. Akala ko pa naman matino itong hayop na ito. Yun pala, isa rin pala itong kurakot na tao na ito. Yun ang mga kababayan, sabay-sabay na natin itong panoorin bago tayo ma-high blood mga kababayan. Talaga nakakaasar. At yun na nga, dito na nilampaso ni Congressman Marcolita itong mga congressman na ito na mga wala naman palang binatbat. Ito na, sabay-sabay natin itong panoorin.
As I've said doon sa mga kwento na napanood natin, sa statement ni BP Sara at saka sa statement ng COS, ng OVP, so na-realize natin dito, taliwas doon sa kwento nila yung tunay na pangyayari. Of course, pinatunayan niya nung interpellation ni Representative Swansing at saka ni Congressman Cohon. So Mr. Chair, in our last session, so just to review, the committee passed my motion to hold Attorney Lopez in contempt under Section 11F of the Rules of Inquiries in Aid of Legislation for undue interference in our proceedings, and resolved to detain her for a period of 5 days instead of 10 days, or maximum of 10 days, as provided for in our Section 12 of the same rule. I must stress also, Mr. Chair, that the totality, just you have said a while ago, the totality of Attorney Lopez's acts and conduct warranted a detention of more than 5 days. Considering the totality of her acts of undue interference to the proceedings of this committee and the Congress as a whole, she not only admitted writing to the COA in order to suppress or prevent the release of documents, but worse, Mr. Chair, she continued to assert her position during our hearing, as well as in prior correspondences that she sent to his committee in refusing to attend our prior hearings. But by virtue of her conduct, the committee was deprived of invaluable information necessary to allow it to perform its role of crafting legislation for the improvement of the country's system of governance and transparency, Mr. Chair. In fact, she only attended when a threat of contempt citation loomed large should she fail to comply again with the subpoena duces tecum, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, in view of the what happened during the last 2 days or so, I would like to consider to move for a reconsideration of our resolution, insofar as it's limited the period of detention for only 5 days. I move, Mr. Chair, that the period of detention of Attorney Lopez be 10 days instead of 5 days. So I move, Mr. Chair.
10 days, so additional 5 days, tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair, kasi hindi na siya makaka-attend ngayon, ano. Talagang so nakita naman natin sa history nung kanyang evasive attitude, behavior, at itong kinreate niya na sinasabi niya na nagpagsisinungaling niya na hindi naman siya hinaras or hindi naman siya na-barge yung room ay kasama na po yan. So yung lahat ng mga pangyayari, Mr. Chair. So I repeat, I move to extend the period of contempt of Attorney Zulaika Lopez, Mr. Chair.
Is there second to the motion?
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Marcoleta.
thank you, Mr. Chair. Before an action may be taken by the committee, may I know how the totality of evidence was evaluated that merited the contempt order by the chair?
Congresswoman Castro.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to
Mr. Chair, may I
I'd like to
answer?
apprise the
Yes,
court,
Congresswoman.
Mr. Chair,
So,
that in the case of
sino po ang in-acknowledge niyo,
This
nire-recognize,
is-
Mr. Chair?
Congressman
This is a point of
Marcoleta.
information, Mr.
Okay.
Chair. This is
Yes.
something that has to do with the rights
Congressman
of the liberty
Marcoleta.
people. In the court,
Congressman Marcoleta, let us, the chair recognizes Congresswoman
may
Castro.
I ask, Mr.
Please
Chair?
proceed, Congresswoman Castro.
Mr. Chair, may I ask the action of the committee first on my motion, Mr. Chair, before we
We
entertain?
will rule on the
Okay,
motion first.
okay.
Is there any second to the motion?
Mr. Chair, may I be recognized, please?
Duly seconded. Is there any objection?
Mr. Chair,
Hearing none, the motion is
I was
carried.
recognized
Chair.
earlier before any action may be taken by the court, by the chair. Why is it that I am not allowed to speak?
Congressman Marcoleta, there is a pending motion. We just acted
Yes,
on the
but
pending
before
motion
that
first.
motion can be taken up, because this is about the liberty of an individual. May I be heard?
Yes, you will be heard, Congressman Marcoleta, but we just acted on the motion. Now, Congresswoman Castro, please, could you please answer the query of Congressman Marcoleta?
I have not yet asked the question, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
I
please
am trying to
continue.
explain my point.
Please continue, Congressman Marcoleta.
Because in the totality of evidence, as stated by Honorable Castro, there is an existing case, Mr. Chair. Ong versus Senate, GR number 257401, which says that the court ruled that the determination of whether a testimony was false or evasive requires an assessment of the totality of evidence presented to determine whether a witness speaks truthfully or merely trying to evade answering the question directly. So I am asking, Mr. Chair, how was the totality of evidence assessed, if ever it was assessed? Ano po yung pinagbatayan? I think we deserve to know how the assessment was made. This concerns the liberty of an individual. Under the Constitution, no one should be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. I think Attorney Lopez deserves to be heard. Ano po yung assessment na ginawa ng chair o ng committee? Kasi po, ang nabasa ko lang o nakita ko, Mr. Chair, Attorney Lopez wrote the COA explaining the position of the OBP that the audit observation memo is not conclusive, which means, Mr. Chair, Attorney Lopez is merely explaining the nature of an audit observation memo. If I were the lawyer of the OBP, I would have done the same. Because I think the AOM, it is not final and executory. Why would the COA abdicate its mandate of auditing the transaction or the funds utilization of the OBP? Why would the committee, Mr. Chair, arrogate the very mandate and responsibility of the Commission on Audit? Article 9D, Section 2, Paragraph 1 of the 1987 Constitution, Mr. Chair, I will read. The Commission on Audit shall have the power, authority, and the duty to examine, audit, and settle all accounts pertaining to the revenue and receipts of and expenditures or uses of funds and property. Mr. Chair, this constitutional provision jibes with Section 25, Paragraph 2 of Presidential Decree 1445 or the State Audit Code of the Philippines, which says, to develop and implement a comprehensive audit program that shall encompass an examination of financial transactions, accounts, and reports, including evaluation of compliance with applicable laws and regulations. Meaning to say, Mr. Chair, the mandate and authority to audit accounts on the expenses or expenditures of government is only the COA. I believe it is my respectful submission, Mr. Chair, that this committee usurped that particular mandate and that will now put the Commission on Audit positions in a compromise, Mr. Chair. How will you now assess the authority, the integrity, and the mandate? It is an independent constitutional body which mandate rests upon them. And I think the audit observation memo, Mr. Chair, is still under process by the committee, by the Commission on Audit. Why would we take that responsibility from the Commission on Audit? Why don't we allow the process to proceed and complete that investigation? I am raising a constitutional issue before this committee, Mr. Chair. We cannot arrogate upon ourselves the principal mandate reposed to the COA. It is the Constitution itself which gave them that responsibility, that authority and mandate. Where in Article 7 of the Philippine Constitution, which is the grant of legislative power, can this committee arrogate upon itself that particular mandate? I would like that question to be answered, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Marcoleta. The Chair would like to recognize the Honorable Congressman Paduan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, just to clear it out with regards to the jurisprudence that's cited by the Honorable Marcoleta with regards to Ong versus Senate, that is true. No, that the the resolution of the Supreme Court favors Lincoln Ong, but that is a question of due process because Lincoln Ong was cited in contempt. Now, question the case of
Mr. Chair, I direct the
po,
question to you.
I am not yet finished my manifestation or answer to the query of the Honorable Marcoleta. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, was the Honorable...
Congressman Marcoleta,
Mr.
will be
Chairman.
recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I have all the right.
Paduano, you
The
have briefed.
question was addressed to...
Congressman Marcoleta, let me first recognize Congressman Paduano.
Before you answer, before you recognize him,
Congressman Marcoleta, you are out of order.
I deserve, Mr. Chair, an answer.
1 minute suspension is declared by the Chair.
Bakit sa iyo?
Ng mga iba pang sulat mula kay Attorney Lopez na tumatangging humarap sa komite on the basis of the same grounds na kanyang inilahad sa sulat ng COA. Kung titignan po ang totality of Attorney Lopez acts, malinaw na mayroong clear, persistent, and willful attempt to interfere, frustrate, and defeat the inquiry undertaken by the committee. At dahil dito ay nahatulan siya ng contempt under Section 11F of our Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation. During the course of the hearing, Attorney Lopez was asked, tinanong po siya kung sila po ay nagsampa ng kaso dito po sa Supreme Court. Dito po sa request ng Kamara para humingi po ng mga dokumento at sinabi po niya ay hindi. Ang act po ng Congress, ito po yung nadesisyonan na noong nakaraang committee hearing at kung meron man pong question sa constitutionality na ginagawa po ng Kamara at any time po pwede po tayong mag-question sa Supreme Court via petition for certiorari. Maraming salamat po, Congressman.
Mr. Chair, yun nga po yung tinatanong ko sa inyo kanina kung paano ginanap yung assessment ng totality of evidence. Sapagkat kung napansin po ninyo, isinama po yung di umano ay pagtatanggal ng ibang kawani ng DepEd na wala yatang ang pagkakatingin ko po sa mga minutes ay wala pong due process na pinagtatanggal po sila. Isa po yun yata sa ebidensya na ipinasok ninyo sa totality. Tama po ba?
Isa lamang po yun sa mga napag-usapan po.
Gusto ko lamang pong puntuhan
Tama
yun
po.
sapagkat ako po bilang isa, tinanggal po ako sa lahat ng aking committee. Hindi ko man lang po alam kung ano yung kasalanan ko. I was not even informed. The first element of due process is notice. I was not notified. What did I do wrong? Wala po. Pero pinagtatanggal po ako, tinanggap ko naman eh. Pero wala pong due process. Yung po ang gusto kong ipaintindi rin. Pati nga po yung membership ko sa Commission on Appointments na wala namang kinalaman dito sa gawain natin sa Kongreso, tinanggal din po ako ron. Meron po bang due process? Tingnan po ninyo yung ginawa niyang sulat.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman, point of order.
What is the point
I
of
think,
order, Congressman
Mr. Chairman, the
Fernandez?
good gentleman is not under investigation in this committee, and we are investigating other matter. If you wanted to be investigating
Mr.
that
Chair,
matter, I think,
I
Mr. Chairman,
still
this is not the
have
right
the
point
floor,
of
order
Mr.
is
Chair.
proper.
I still have the floor, Mr.
What is the point of
I'm still
order?
at the point
Congressman
of order.
Marcoleta, please wait to be
suspend, Mr.
recognized.
Chair.
1 minute
Pwede
suspension
po
is
bang
declared by the
pigilan
Chair.
ng isang nagsasalita?
Iyon na nga, ilang beses bang pinataya ng microphone si Congressman Marcoleta? Sinasabi ko na nga ba? Pag dumalo si Congressman Marcoleta dyan sa hearing ng Kongreso na yan, ay mapapahiya lang itong mga congressman na ito. Itong si Franz Castro, itong convicted criminal, wala na, hindi na nakasagot. Nagtago na mga kababayan, namutla. At ito namang si Mang Canor, naku po, may pahagis-hagis pa ng bullpen ito. Naku, wala namang alam mga kababayan. Kinain lang ng buhay ni Congressman Marcolita. Itong si Paduano, yan na naman yung estilo niya. Na high blood daw siya, pasigaw-sigaw, matapang daw siya. Sige, subukan mong simigaw-sigaw sa labas. Sigawan mo nga yung mga tambay. Alam kong maraming galit sa'yo dyan sa labas. Subukan mo nga yung tapang mo. Sobrang yabang nyo lang kasi nasa loob kayo ng Kongreso. Pero pag lumabas kayo dyan, alam namin na napapalibutan kayo ng inyong mga bodyguards. Saan ba si Abante? Hindi ko pa nakita si Atras Abante mga kababayan. At ito namang chairman ng committee na yan, itong Chichua. Naku po mga kababayan, may pa-due process pa siya. Hindi nga niya masagot itong si Congressman Marcolita kung anong ginawa nila. Tinanggal nila si Congressman Marcolita na walang kaalam-alam. Nasaan ang due process? Tapos sasabihin mo na nagtanggal si Attorney Lopez ng undersecretary na wala malang due process. Naku po, itong mga congressman na ito. Ay nako mga kababayan, kailangan nyo bahala umusga. Mabuti naman at dumalo nga itong si Congressman Marcolita at dumalo rin si BP Sara mga kababayan talagang wala silang nagawa kung hindi napapahiya lang sila sa kanilang mga ginagawa dyan sa Kongreso. Yun na nga naman, dito lang muna at yun na lang yung bahalang husga. Tingnan nyo ng mabuti, pakinggan nyo ng mabuti kung paano talagang tawag nito mga kababayan, ano bang tawag ng kinain ng buhay ni Congressman Marcolita, itong mga congressman na nagmamagaling mga kababayan. At yun bago tayo magtatapos ay mag-shoutout lang muna tayo. Shoutout kay Ma'am Joyce at maraming salamat sa iyo Ma'am Joyce. Alam mo na rin yung katotohanan, nalaman mo na rin yung totoo kung sino ba ang dapat ninyong suportahan. Sumusuporta na ngayon si Ma'am Joyce kay dating Pangulong Duterte at kay BP Sara Duterte mga kababayan. Noon sumusuporta ito kay Pangulong Marcos, pero nga sa kanyang mga pagsaliksik sa panunood sa mga nangyayari dito sa ating bansa, kasi nasa Japan ito si Ma'am Joyce, nalaman niya na rin yung katotohanan at yung saan ba siya dapat pumanig mga kababayan. Maraming salamat sa iyo Ma'am Joyce, Ma'am Joyce ng Japan. Mabuhay po kayo at ang inyong pamilya dyan. Maraming salamat. Kay Ma'am Bergie Religious ng Pulilan, Bulacan, shout out sa iyo Ma'am Bergie. Kay Edisa Borby na patuloy pa rin sumusuporta at sumusuporta kay Pangulong Duterte at sa mga Duterte tayo. At kay sino ba? Kay Ma'am Susan 786 na isa ring supporters ng mga Duterte. At sa lahat-lahat ng mga sumusuporta kay Duterte, huwag tayong magpatinag. Sabay-sabay tayong maninindigan, magsalita sa mga ginagawang kamalian ng administrasyong ito. Huwag nating hayaan na manahimik lang tayo kahit nakitang-kita naman natin ang kapalpakan na ginawa ng administrasyong ito. Gusto nilang ibalik yung martial law mga kababayan. Mayroon na nga sabi, anak ni Congressman Marcolita, silent martial law na ba ang nangyayari ngayon? Kaya dapat nating magsalita, huwag tayong matakot, huwag tayong, yung iba nagsasalita ng patapang pero nagtakip naman ng mga muka. Yun ang hanggang dito lang muna. Once again, this is Sundi TV mo. Ingat lahat, God bless bawat isa sa atin.